We're going to make a stem and leaf plot on Excel. There's some good news and bad news. The bad news is that there's no nice, easy shortcut for us using one of these insert graphs or plots. The good news is that we're going to just power through it and get our stem and leaf plot done. We want to take our data and create our stem and leaf plot like we have here on the left for the data collected on the United States individual. We're going to first start by labeling where we're going to have our stem values. Then we're going to label where we're going to have our leaf values. So notice that they are starting to overlap each other. What we can do is select a few cells and do a merger so that they have enough space for themselves. Underneath the stem, we're going to enter the values for our tens. We're going to have 1 to represent tens. In this situation, we have no 10, 11, 12s, or 13s, etc. However, we have some 20s, and we'll see that we'll have some 30s. The great thing about Excel, though, we can easily rearrange these from least to greatest. So now that everything is nicely rearranged, we can fill in the leaves section more easily. Since there's no teen values, we're going to leave this here blank. This is totally optional. If we wanted to, we can delete this entire row. In the 20s, though, we're going to start off putting a 4 to represent 24. We're going to put a 7 to represent 27, a 9 for 29, a 9 again for another 29. And then for 30, we'll put in a 0. Now we want each of the values to be next to each other. What we can do here is click on the top and on the right side so that each of the columns are the appropriate size. Notice that this one here, when we enter the word leaf, is too wide. So we can just drag and resize it as we need it to be. And then we're going to click again here on the right, and there we go. All of our leaves are appropriately sized. We can highlight where we want to put in the lines. Just pull up the border and then add a border. So there's our border line. And on the right of the stem, we would like to have a border. So we just add in a right border. And there we go. The next thing to do is to add in a key. So we type in key. We're going to type in the value. Again, we're going to also want to add in a right border. Then we're going to type in another number. So 2 and 4 here representing 24. I'm going to write in equals 24. However, the issue here is that they're thinking we're writing an equation. So what we want to do is to highlight the area. We want to enter the equal sign, and we're going to convert it to text. Now that this is text, let's write it again so that it is now equals 24. And there you go, there's our equal sign. So we'll do a merger of cells to give it the space we need. One last thing to do is put a title on top. So we'll cut and paste our title. It doesn't quite fit again. In order to make it fit nicely, we're going to do merging of cells again. And we're going to keep merging the cells until we get the size we want. And there you go. Here's our stem and leaf plot. We can just copy this and paste it wherever we want. In this situation, I would like to copy it and paste it into my PowerPoint presentation. So I've copied and pasted, and there you go. There's our stem and leaf plot. If I click to the side, all the extra little grids are gone. Everything else is just aesthetics to alter however we feel like.